Yo, yo, what it do? How's it going? What up? What up? What's the bias? Haven't really established it yet, man. Have not established it yet. It is PJ's indicator. Tyrone, what up? I honestly woke up late and I just finished charting the key level, so I haven't even really fully looked over this to see how I'm feeling. So that's what we're about to do right now. So I'm about to do it. What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? You in PJ's Premium? No, I am not. It used to be. 'Same to you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend, my fellow ginger. What's up, Ace? How's it going, man? 2:30 sounds right. It's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, U.S. time. So if you're in the UK, I can't remember if you guys are 4 hours ahead of us or what. 6 hours, I can't remember. But you can do the math. It's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time is when the official market open is. Now, if you're marking something different on there's different time frames than that. Theoretically, people say this is when the algorithm turns on at 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. or stuff like that. But the official bell rings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. What's up, Riff? How's it going, man? How's everybody doing? What's up, Gage? Cam, what up? Xavier, what up? What's up, Jay? How's it going, man? Yeah, we got that 4 hour that we're hitting the middle of right now. Same with ES. We're actually beyond it, beyond the CE of the 4 hour on ES. Thought I had the middle line thing on. Whatever. Which indicators are you talking about? The one right here, this fair value gap one is free. That's the name of it right there. What's up, Ghost? How's it going, man? I think that's the only one. The other one I flipped in is not free. This is PJ's indicator. This is $100 a month. Which session is it now? Come on, man. Lilo, what up? Trading in Asia. Now I'm here for moral support. Moral support. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I need all the moral support I can get. By the way, guys, I went ahead and switched contracts. I looked at the volume. I don't know if it's a great idea or not. I think it is. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I went ahead and switched to the next contract. ESH instead of ESZ, and NQH instead of NQZ. What does midnight open do again? Typically, price likes to come back to that range. I mean, that's theoretically what it does. It's just an idea of where price was at that point. I did, Ducati. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Guys, I say we all full port open. Best strategy. Are you Chris Bampstead? Not sure who that is. What's the difference between H and Z? Z is the older contract. It's the one that's getting ready to roll. We're getting ready to roll into the H. Contracts expire. That's the way futures work. NQH, Kyle. NQH. What's up, Carlo? How's it going, man? Hugo, what up? Yeah, we're sitting in the middle of a 4 hour on both indices here. Peep the book map. It's ES. It's NQ. You got to buy today? I'm a little confused. I really don't, man. I really don't. You know, if I was a betting man, I'd say we're bullish, but who knows, dude? It's December. I haven't been able to read price to save my life in December so far. I'm lucky that I'm green, being completely honest. So I'm just going to be patient, wait for the market to show me what it wants to do and not try to predict it. I know a Waken Baker when I see one. No. Been years since I've done that, Hans. Years, my man. But there was a time. Correct. K1 NQH. That's what I'm on. I just went ahead and jumped over to it, man. Can I ask, did you backtest this strategy, and over how many trades did you backtest? Yeah, Hugo, I backtested this strategy over uh, deck 2009. I think was the furthest back I went. Maybe even further than that. I can't remember. Tons of trades. I mean, when I say tons, I mean like almost every single one of those days for that entire period of time. So you can do the math on that. You're talking days upon days upon days upon weeks of back testing. So yeah, I've back tested it. On Arc, are you gonna hit the 5? Dude, I have barely even played. I have maybe a total of an hour in that game so far. It's based on volume, Hugo. So I was just looking at the volume, and it looked like it was comparable, if not just slightly more on ES, the volume on the new contract. So I figured we'd just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and roll it over. How long have you been doing this for? I've been trading for 4 years. What time do you wake up? 6 o'clock. How did you start streaming trades? I just started recording myself to help kind of, there's something called time dilation that you experience while you're trading. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but time slows down and you feel like more time has gone by than it has really gone by. So you're like, dang, man, this trade's taking a long time to play out. And in reality, it's only been like 30 seconds. So I started recording myself to keep better tabs on that, to kind of watch myself, how I behave, how I react. Turned into people asking me about trading and wanting to learn. So I was like, hey, I'll just throw up a stream and you guys can watch. And I wasn't planning on having all of you guys here. It kind of just happened. So I'm very grateful for it. But it started by me just wanting to show people who I know personally what I got going on, because they were interested. How much did I lose my first couple of months of trading? How about my first couple of years? That'd be more, I mean, most people aren't going to make money within the first year, man. If you do, it might be a sporadic payout here and there. But most people are not going to find consistency in their first year, in their first 2 years. But it was a decent amount, Bez. I use the higher time frames, Austin. And that's just an indicator that I have on right there. I like the higher time frames. We're in this 4 hour right now. I'd love to see that inverse at 10. NQ's in this 4 hour too. Would love to see that inverse at 10. That would give us a really strong level of support, in my opinion. We'd dig back into that, then we'd drop to a lower time frame, look for a strong bearish gap to form on a V-shaped recovery, or maybe even an inverse of a 15-minute or 5-minute. Maybe take that for a short little ride to a swing high. Get in, get out, shake the tree for the day, take a couple leaves, go hit the gym, go take a nap, go for a run. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's up, Braden? How's it going, man? C-bum? Not even close. We'll get there, though. Maybe not, but we're trying. Yeah, we're delivering out of this bullish daily on NQ. Delivering out of this bullish inversion on ES. Did I take a trade yet? No, I don't take trades pre-market, especially not. I mean, if I'm going to take a trade pre-market, it's going to be during London. It's not going to be this close to New York Open. Highly suggest not doing that. It's extremely important, guys, to know session times. That isn't just a you might need to know. That's like if you're going to take this seriously and look to make money doing this, you need to know session times without a doubt. It's extremely important. Let's say that you don't know the New York Open is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. You take a trade here, like we're bouncing into this 30-minute. I'm gonna short this back to the VWAP. Well, you're in that short when the market opens. Who knows what's going to happen? You get cooked, or you make a bunch of money. But why gamble? What's up, BCS? How's it going, man? Do you think it's better to focus on the journey or focus on getting to the end goal? Focus on the journey, man. And if you're focused, the end goal that we're all doing this for, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. We're looking to make a bunch of freaking money. I mean, there's no question about why we're in this. We're looking for financial freedom. But if you focus on that, you're gonna not focus on the things that are gonna get you there. So I think focus on the journey. Focus on, like I said in a video that I posted recently, focus on setting rules for yourself that are going to be hard to follow, but are going to be beneficial, and stick to them like your life depends on it. And if you do that on a daily basis, the money will be a byproduct of it. It's an apartment, Kev. I'm in college right now, so I'm in an apartment. It shouldn't be tremendously different, Lilo. The prices shouldn't be tremendously different. There's more volume in theoretically, there was when I checked, there was more volume in these, in the newer contracts, in the ones that I rolled over to. A lot of news this week. There is. Yeah, I didn't put a video up about that. I feel like everybody started doing these. All right, if you're trading this week, here's the economic news. I feel like everybody started doing that, so I didn't want to. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be like what everybody else is doing. I'm sure you guys saw 10 videos about how much news there was this week. Everybody started doing that. It's like, all right. Should make trade recap videos, yeah. I need to put that. What I'm gonna do is today I'm gonna post that L that I took was it Friday? Yeah, I took a pretty aggressive L last Friday trying to counter trend trade, which was looking back and analyzing the market and analyzing what my bias was the day before, what my thoughts were. That was a pretty bad trade. Execution, I mean, market structure wise, it made sense why I took the trade, but in terms of all the other information that I had that I wasn't throwing into the equation, I did not make a good decision on that. So I'm going to put that video up and talk about it. Yeah, tomorrow is a tremendous news day. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red folder news events between 8:30 and 9:45. You plan on finish college? Absolutely. Yeah. Tyrone, I've worked really hard to get here, man. A lot of tears and late nights and hard work to get to this point. So I'm not gonna throw that away. I'm gonna finish up. How long did it take you to take your first payout? Well, I started trading Forex with personal capital the first several years that I was trading. Lost a ton of money, made some money, lost a ton, made some, lost some. Then I switched to, I discovered futures and prop firms last October. And I think I took my first payout with Top Step in February. And the main reason, I'll be completely honest, the main reason I took a payout that fast was because I was lucky enough to have discovered PJ very quickly upon discovering prop firms and all that. I think PJ started his PJ Trades Discord in November, and I discovered him in January and traded with him for 2 months, and then I took my first payout. How did finals go? They went well. Went really well on some, not so well on others, but overall they went. I'm happy with the results. Not thrilled, but I'm satisfied. Got through it. Max payout for Apex is 2K on a 50K. Yep, for the first six. First six payouts is 2K max every 8 days. What's up, Coop? DS, you talking about the financial news? Are you talking about the economic news? Or are you talking about the loss that I took on Friday? Yeah, I ended up making money Friday too, Carlo. It was not a. I mean, we took that L. What was it, negative 400, and then I came back and hit a slam dunk. I'm sure you guys saw that. I think it was a 3-minute breaker with a 3-minute gap inside of the breaker. We touched into it, beautifully rejected right out of it, and I didn't hold it all the way up. It didn't actually go all the way up, but it went to a swing high, and I got out pretty quickly. There's no cap on the payout after the first six. Put some ornaments on the tree. I've had a bunch of people say that. I'm glad you were green too, Carlo. That was I always, it's tough streaming trades, man, because I know inadvertently, like, I highly recommend not doing this. The main reason I do this stream is for the psychological example that I'm trying to set for people. I think that's that is the most beneficial aspect of trading. So I always feel bad when I take a trade on stream and it doesn't play out, because I know, for me, when I was learning, I would copy trade PJ, and when a trade doesn't work out and everybody loses money, I feel bad about that. So, obviously it's never fun. So I'm glad you made some money on Friday. Do they move your account live? They do at some point. Yeah, I've honestly, like I said, I've only been taking payouts on a consistent basis for 5 months, 6 months. So I've never been offered to be moved to a live account. I have 5 payouts right now on my on 7 of my Apex accounts. 5 max payouts. So I think after this next payout, I'll get unlimited, and we'll see if they'll start talking about maybe moving me to a live. I don't know. I've had those accounts for like 40 days now. Do you pay for PJ's Discord? There's a paid side and a free side. How many cycles under uncapped payouts on Apex? I don't know about that. For the first 6, you're capped at 2K, Taylor. I went short on Friday. I was short. Dude, the day before, if you go back and watch the video on Thursday, I was sitting there. The whole reason I didn't take the long that played out on Thursday was because I said I didn't trust that we weren't taking out those lows. I wanted to see those lows get taken out. There was a ton of lows stacked up. And then a day later on Friday, I'm sitting there taking a long with those lows still unmitigated. And if I had just remembered, hey, yesterday we sat on our hands because we were waiting for those lows to get swept, I would have been targeting those lows. So I should have. That was partly a piss poor pre-market preparation. That's what I'll call that. What's up, Sean? What market is this? NQ. What time do you typically trade after market opens? I like to let it play out for 5 to 15 minutes around there. And then if we see a setup in that time frame, then I'll take a trade. But there's no set time. I don't have like a timer over here where I'm like, all right, it's been X amount of time, I'm going to take a trade. It's when the setup presents itself. Hey man, I'm new to this. What would be the best advice to start learning? YouTube and doing what you're doing, watching what I'm doing here, or somebody else that you trust. Who's the most important thing with trading is discipline. So if you're watching somebody that's taking 1,000 trades in a day, turn them off. I don't care if that's shade on anybody that you guys like. I just think that's terrible. That's a terrible example to set for new traders. That's not how trading works. You don't need to sit on the chart for 9-10 hours a day. You need to be on these charts for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours at most out of the day. Take 1, maybe 2 trades and call it a day. Come back the next day. YouTube's the best place to learn market structure. You know, if you're trying to trade order flow, there's other you know, other sources for that as well. T-Trades, who was it that asked that? Wayne. T-Trades, there's a page on YouTube called T-Trades, T, like Transylvania, T, like tower, T-Trades. And he's got a series on there called Education. That's a good place to start. And write down any terms that you're not familiar with. You can ask me. You know, I'll be live every morning, 9 a.m. So if you do some homework and you write down some stuff that you don't understand, come in here, ask me. I'll try to explain it, make it as simple as I can. Or you can just look it up. ChatGPT is a really useful source. I know that, you know, there's probably a stigma around that, but if you have a term like liquidity sweep or something like that that you just simply don't understand, you can always ChatGPT it and it'll explain it to you. I'm not sure if they switch it automatically, Kyle. My Trade gave me a notification that said, "Hey, volume's higher in ES. Do you want to switch?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I don't get how people trade 8 hours a day like a job. I assume most people trade to not do that. Exactly. Yeah. Can you copy trade evals or you got to pass one? No, you can copy trade them. Did I get some clippers sorted? No, but I've been doing it myself, man. I'll be honest. I had some guys send me some stuff, and I highly appreciate it. But what I was looking for, I think I'm just gonna do it myself for a while and create enough examples of what I'm looking for, so that when I do get people to do it for me, they can go off of, they can see actually what it is specifically that I'm looking for. Man, that's a big candle up on the 30-second. Holy cow. Do you use NinjaTrader to copy trade? No, I'm using a platform called TradeSyncer. But if you're trading just one firm, you're copy trading just one firm, just multiple accounts on that firm, you can use Tradeovate. And NinjaTrader too. You can use NinjaTrader too. I've just never done them. They have Replicanto or whatever that you can use. One minute to market open. Two Apex evals. You could just do it on Tradeovate if you're using Tradeovate. It is Hugo, yeah. March NQH 2026. First presented fair value gaps are the ones that you're really interested in. Here's market open though. Let's see what we got. Not sure, Carlo. I'm going to bounce back and forth. Wow, look at this. We're going to go to the VWAP and then reject maybe. What's up, Viddy? How's it going, man? I kind of agree with that, Ricardo. If you're not consistently passing accounts and taking payouts, I would say stick to one account at a time. I think I made that mistake early on where I was sitting there it is a symptom of greed, and I'm guilty of it. I was guilty of it too, where your eyes are getting big, looking at how much money you can make copy trading. I think you need to just focus on, if you are having trouble passing or taking payouts, just focus on one account. If you get a payout from that account, buy one more account. If you get a payout, buy another account. Do I have other monitors on the side? Yeah, I have two vertical monitors here, and I have a 49-inch right here that is split into two screens. So I have Trading View right here and Trade-of-8 on the right. That's where I execute the trades. So I have you guys on one monitor, I have Bookmap on the other, Trading View, and then Trade-of-8. What's up, Bryson? How's it going, man? I sent you a message back. I don't know if you saw it. This dude's setup is beautiful. Appreciate that, RJ. Very, very blessed, man. I've actually worked really hard on getting this set up to look the way that it does. I built this PC myself. Yeah, it's been awesome. 13 degrees today, stay warm. Dude, Missy, you're telling me. I have to ride my scooter to get to the gym. It's going to be nice. Might just run it. Might just get a casual little jog in instead. I'm not getting a job, Alex. This is what I'm going to do, man. I've kind of come to that conclusion the past couple months. I mean, I think it's maybe a little premature, but I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to put that out there. It is not premature. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I am going to do, and I'm going to take the money I make from this and parlay it into other investments to make even more money. So, the degree I get from college is, initially I went to college because I thought I was going to go to law school, but this is kind of quickly replaced that. I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years. For the past year, I've been taking consistent payouts. I mean, not consistent. For the past 4 or 5 months, I've been taking consistent payouts. For the past year, I've been taking payouts. And it's getting to the point now where it doesn't make financial sense to take on the amount of debt or even to spend the amount of money that it would take to go to law school and do that. You tint windows, Fitty? Nice, man. Do PPF and all that? I'm 32, Kev. Hard selling here going on to the downside. Bookmap is lit up. Careful with the bounce off this VWAP potentially, or we're just going to keep dumping. It's crazy. Well, it depends on what part of my life you're talking about, DS. When I worked on cars, it was around 60 annually. It's fluctuated a little bit higher than that, a little bit lower than that. That was also going on 10 years ago. So you got to think about cost of living was not as much then. I know it's only 10 years, but it was still cheaper then. You account for inflation and everything, you can do the math on that. I don't know about that, AJ. I got the 10 for the free side and back to you for you just because you help me every day, bro. Appreciate that, Fitty. Where are you? Where are you located? What's up, Alyssa? Amen, Lilo. Amen. Oh, you're in Monroe? Okay. I know where you are. You're right up the road, man. I'm trading news tomorrow. I'll be on the charts, but I won't be in a trade as the news happens. Do you trade the unicorn? That's exactly what I trade. In the Discord, I posted a video last night. Somebody was asking about breaker blocks. The video I posted includes the unicorn model. That is literally what I try to trade on a daily basis. It's the book map saying we still got sell pressure here. We got orders coming in higher though, so we could just bounce right off this VWAP. We'll see. This is the book map. It might not be a G80, man. I've looked at those. That's not exactly what I'm looking at right now. I got something else in mind. We'll talk. I don't want to be premature on any of it. It's going to be a little while. By July, that's my time frame. But I'm not in a rush, man. What's a BWAP? It's a VWAP. That's that blue line that you see right there. VWAP. Oh, you're still looking at the book map. VWAP. Volume weighted average price. What makes you say that, Ty? I think the YouTube is more beneficial, to be honest with you, because you can see exactly what I'm looking at. You can see the entire chart, and you can see the book map at the same time. So I think that's huge. The value's the same. No. Would I move when I'm done with school? Yes. Yeah, definitely not staying in Chapel Hill. This is ES right here. This is NQ right here. Educated guess. We'll see, man. We'll see what the Lord has in store. Hang on one second. Not signed into my broker here on the trading view. There we go. Good thing I checked that. It's the default settings for the VWAP. I didn't put anything special on here. It's literally just whatever the default is. I think I turned these bands off. The upper band 1, lower band 1, band fill number 1. I turned those off, but other than that, it's just default. Wonder if this indicator called out this short. Bounced right out of that 30-minute. Yeah, bounced right out of that 30. What are you talking about, Jenko? That was NQ. This is ES. Confused about the 68.58. Hey, appreciate you being here, man. Nice work. No, the orange is a SMA. Up today on shorts. Hope you have a good one. Appreciate you, man. Very nice. Everybody's eating on these shorts. Are you always live Monday through Friday? Yes, unless something changes. I mean, unless I have something going on that I just simply can't. And in that case, I usually post a story letting people know. She actually didn't, Nathan. It's a Walmart $15, $20 tree. I got it just for you guys, so I had a little something in the background there. How do you apply those to unicorns? You don't really. It's not anything to do with the unicorn. It's just something I like to keep an eye on. Price likes to bounce off of these levels. So I like to keep an eye on it. Leroy. No, I did not. No, this would have been against my rules, taking a short right as the market is opening. ES is at 68.55 and your chart it's at 69.14. Probably because we're on a different contract. Let's see. Yeah, 68.56 right now on yours. I'm at 69.17. Yeah. What's up, Norm? It's where the candle opens. Yeah, it's where the candle opens. Do I do the PB model? No. You have a bone to pick with me. Okay, what is it? What I have Google in my market tab, it's the Fab, it's the Magnificent Seven or whatever. So it's the average of all those: Google, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, the other ones as well. Or maybe that's it. No, that's it. Yeah. So it's the weighted average of all of those. Gives you an idea of what the S&P is thinking of doing or is doing. Waited all night for me. Bro, I was on. Like, I'm not playing at night. I was on most of the day yesterday. Played a ton yesterday. Yeah, you weren't even on. Or you were appearing offline. Software am I using? This is a website called TradingView. Software I use that you're not looking at is called Bookmap. It's a level 2 software data software. Is that hot cocoa? No. It is espresso and milk. This is my only account. Yeah, Leroy it is. The unicorn trade would not be that. You would need a sweep and V-shaped recovery. Target would probably be one of these highs. I don't think that's what's going to happen today. My gut instinct is that we're going to dump. Excuse me. But we'll see. $14 minutes, we might inverse this 2-hour gap here. Americano. It's actually a cortata. So it's equal parts espresso and milk. So it's half of this glass was espresso, half of it was milk. I think it's called a cortata, unless I'm got that wrong. What's up, Aaron? Use breakaway gaps. I use the unicorn. So sweep of a major level, breaker formation, a gap, a fair value gap inside of that breaker that is bearish or bullish, depending on the direction we're headed. If we're looking for a short setup, we're looking for a bullish fair value gap to be created inside of the breaker. Retest of that breaker or the fair value gap. Clear draw on liquidity in the direction that we're targeting. That's pretty much it. V-shaped recovery, yeah, all that. Let's go fishing. Man, I haven't been fishing in a while, dude. I'm in shorts on ES for London low, 1 hour. Yep, shorts look good. London low would definitely be a juicy target right here. Surely it's going to go down. We'll see. What's up, Chris? How's it going, man? My main goal is, what games is everyone playing? I hear a lot about Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is fun, Jay. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield. Well, I say I've been playing a lot. Yesterday, I played a lot of Battlefield. A little bit of Arc, a little bit of Escape from Tarkov. Looking forward to this new PUBG game coming out. I think that's going to be a pretty good one. It's not on there, Hugo. You got to do it yourself. You got to make it yourself. So you can add... see how there's, when you click on this bar at the top left right here, when you're on Google, you can hit the add button, and then you can add the other ones to it. So you create it. I created this myself, this chart. PC, Jay. But I think it doesn't really matter. Cross-platform, we could definitely join up. Is what free, Bobby? What do you recommend back testing on? TradeZilla is the most comprehensive that I've come across. There you go, John. That's awesome, man. Nice work. Extraction PUBG looks good. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Coop looks really good. It's not an indicator. This is a chart, and it's free. Yeah, you just make it yourself. I can't slide this over so you can see, but yeah, you just enter the different ticker symbols and click add and put them all together. This isn't that like revolutionary. It's just a combination of all the different, those 7 different tickers. I love hearing that, John. That's awesome, man. Good job. Move down is what stopped me out of a top tick. Just recently started doing it. First time here. Blessings from Bolivia. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well over there, staying warm. You're thinking what I'm thinking, Jay. That's what I'm looking for too, man. Would love to see that. A dig. Would love to see a sweep of these lows and then a dig back out of this gap. The fact that we're in this 4 hour, a little bit concerning. So could be a no trade, no news Monday. We'll see. We're not going to force anything. Just super patient. Like the Christmas vibe. Appreciate it. I switched contracts. Volume looked good, so I went ahead and switched. Verse of the day is Romans 10:17. So the faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And let's see what the other verse of the day is. This is John 1:14. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. Amen. Pushing that London low now on ES, getting ready to get popped. Yeah, if you were looking for a continuation, Jay, it'd be tough in this area. It really would. But when this 15 gets created here in the next 9 minutes, you could look for a tap back into this 15 at the SMA, and then potentially a lower short if we respect the 15. But we'll see. I like that. I like that, Brian. I like that too. I like doing that too, man. Just like flip it open and start reading. TP's London low. Yeah, it's a good spot. We just hit it on ES. Can you tell take profit? What do you mean, the level? If you were in the short, this would have been a great TP, London low. Asia low still down here too. In my Norwegian, negative. You should pray with the chat. It's not a bad idea, man. Before the market opens. Don't think Asia low will get hit. We'll see. Do you use 50Ks? I do on Apex, yeah. I think it's 50Ks are the best all around to use, to be honest. We hit London on ES, getting close on NQ over here. I don't know why my screen is doing that. There we go. Am I in? No. Why do people choose 50 over 100? The target profit is easier to hit. The drawdown, the drawdown isn't, I don't know. There's different benefits. People's trading style, maybe their trading style is riskier. They size heavier, hold trades longer. They're scalpers versus, there's different reasons. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't always, Brian. Like just because you go up to like a 200K account or a 250K account, the drawdown doesn't always isn't linear always. So to me, 50Ks just make the most sense. Do I trade with my own capital? Yeah, I mean, I have an AMP account with my own capital in it. I haven't been really messing with it recently. I've just been milking the prop firms. It is if you don't do stupid stuff, credit. If you need to go to the facts page on Apex website, make sure you're familiar with the 30% MAE rule, the 30% consistency rule. Yeah, exactly, Jay. The Apex 100K is 500 more of drawdown, but you have double the target profit. So that's just, to me, that's not ideal. Credit. Pay attention to the two most important things, which are the MAE rule, meaning that you can't be in a trade or have a day where you lose more than 30% of your total allotted drawdown available. And for consistency, that's the other most important rule. You cannot make more than 30% of your total. Like if you go to a request a payout and you have one day that equals more than 30% of your total profits, they'll deny the payout. So you need to make sure that you're staying under 30% of total profit for an individual day, and you need to make sure that you're staying above 30% of total drawdown for any trade that you take. So you can put those, you can do those calculations and put those settings into Trade-O-Vate so that it'll automatically protect you in those scenarios. Isaac, no, I haven't taken a trade yet. Samir, what up, man? It's my opinion on Alpha Futures. They seem like a good firm. Seem like a good firm. There's London low on ES, or NQ, I mean. Barely tapped it there. Up 1,000 in the Express account. There you go. True, very true, Dre. That's what I always say. If you're a brand new trader, the rules for Apex can be a little tough to navigate. You know, there's definitely Tradeify, My Funded Futures. Some of those firms have some easier rules, but you know, it's totally up to you. It's totally based on your trading style and your ability to comprehend the rules and follow them. Top Step's not bad. I just don't like that you're stuck on their platform. How's my weekend? It was good. It's pretty non-eventful, but the Carolina Hurricanes hockey, they did win 2 games, and they're in first place in the Metro, and they're just looking absolutely solid right now. So that was the highlight of my weekend. Top Step has a new payout rule that isn't good. Interesting. Is this NQ? Yes, it is. Push it towards Asia here. Depends on if you earn that 1K in one day or not. You just got to do the math. Diminish. You got to do the math on it. You don't want one single day to account for more than 30% of your total profit when you go to take a payout. So when the account is fresh, I don't put this rule on, but after I've taken my first payout in Apex, I take my first payout with Apex on a fresh Apex funded account when the total balance is at 54,200 in that range. So after I take that first payout, that drops me back around to the 52,200 range. And that's when I put on a daily profit limit of $600, because that gives me $600 a day, puts me right back up there by the 8th day above that 54,200 level to then take another max payout and just keep repeating that process. It also leaves enough buffer in there where you're not close to blowing the account. So that's kind of the system I have for Apex, 50K accounts. 600 a day is a great profit target, Bez. Yeah, for Apex. That's what I have mine on. It's a different contract, Nathan. This is NQH. It's the next contract. It's a rollover. Three to 400 is typically what I risk. Kev, you're not missing anything, man. Focus on school, bro. Yeah, focus on school, man. So there's that 15 there. We're just dumping here. Dumping. A++ on 32nd. For a long or a short, I wouldn't be long in this if it's even if it says it. No way. Appreciate that, Bryson. Yeah, definitely am not taking this, Jay. We're dumping hard here. I'm going to clean the chart up a little bit. We took London. We just took Asia. Took London over here. Took Asia here. Definitely going to fix this indicator because I hate how it shows that. Watch that setup actually play out, Jay. Can I explain breaker blocks? Here you go. Ace, are you in the Discord by chance, or do you do Discord at all? I know a lot of people don't. You're in it? All right, go look at the video I posted. Whenever you get a chance, go look at the video I posted in there last night. That video explains breaker blocks perfectly. And I'll post it there in the chat for you. Anybody else who wants to see it in the YouTube chat. I like continuations too, Leo. I'm not like I was saying to Jay, if we were looking for a continuation here, a tap back into this 15 and a bounce off that SMA down to these lows would be beautiful. So, I'm not totally opposed to it. Maybe we reverse it now that we get both. Very well could. But you still have these lows down here on NQ. ES still has these right here. These can be very attractive for price. So, just got to stay patient. Yeah, Michael, I wouldn't, if you're up, again, my rule is if you're up on the day, this is my personal rule, I'm just telling you my rule, you do whatever you want, but if I take a trade and I'm up on the day, I don't take another one. My bad, man. Dallas, what up? You can take one trade on Apex. Yeah, just one. That's all you need. For it to count as a trading day, a profitable trading day needs $50 profit or more for a funded. If you went break even, yes, I would take another trade, Tino. Yeah, if I lost or I took break even, I take one more trade and then win or lose, I'm done for the day. That's my rule. But if I'm in profit, you know, couple hundred bucks, I don't take another trade. I've had too many times in the past before I implemented that rule where I was up, you know, 200 bucks. Like, yeah, I can take another trade. I'll take another trade. You end up losing money. And then you get stuck in this mindset of, I don't want to end the day down. I got to take another trade now. And then you end up losing more. End up getting into a bad mindset, maybe revenge trading, maybe going on tilt. It's a bad domino effect. So, you know, if you shake the tree and you make some profits, then just keep it moving. That's the best, in my experience, that's the best long-term strategy to have. I have not taken a trade, Marcy. No. $50, Bez, $50. For Apex's rules, $50 or more counts as a profitable trading day. You got to have 5 $50 days or more, and then you have to have 8 total trading days between payouts. And it doesn't have to be consecutive profitable days. It can be win, lose, win, lose. Tap back into this 15 would be interesting. Touched into that 5 minute, rejected right out of it. Was there already a trade? I didn't get into one, no. When will you start charging for the Discord? I don't plan to do that. I do not plan to do that. Can you explain time frame alignment? You mean like the way that T-Trades explains it? Quarter zip kind of day. If we come into the 15, Hugo, I would debate a short. I would have to see what the book map's looking like. If it aligns with a short, then I would definitely take it. But if we're showing signs that this is just like wanting to rip higher, probably not. I would look for us to invert that to the upside, and then I'd potentially take a trade long up to here. Stops would be below the gap. Appreciate that, Bez. It is a polo quarter zip. One winning out. Have a good day, man. There you go. Smart. It should be pretty obvious on any of the lower time frames from the 15 down, Mac. Even on the 1, but this isn't aggressive enough of showing signs of bullish momentum that I would want to get into a long here. So at least an inversion of this 5 minute to be anticipating a long, at least. They don't know, do they, Christian? Yeah, everybody's acting like the quarter zip's a new thing, man. Yeah, you ask Mr. Nobody. I've been rocking the quarter zip, man. It's been a thing. That polo, that Dillard hates to see you coming, man. If you know, you know. Barrel jeans into your hammer pants. Yeah, the parachute pants is funny, man. It's funny how all that's coming back. Why is my price off by 300 points? It's a new contract, NQH versus NQZ. Instead of charging, would you put a spot for donations or anything like that? I could do that, man. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, same here, Brian. Back in the day, too, you had the undershirt that was supposed to be matching the polo horse. Anytime you wore polo, anytime you wore any Ralph Lauren polos, you had to have the undershirt matching the horse. How can I go about keeping my losses low and knowing when to stop trading? Tyrone, I think the rule that I have is exactly what it addresses exactly that problem, which is take a trade. If it's a losing trade, take one more, get off for the day. Win or lose, get off for the day after that second trade. I think that truly does. If you stick to that rule, that prevents you from blowing accounts. Maybe not prevent you from blowing accounts, because it also depends on your sizing, but it prevents you from over trading. Matching shoes, exactly, yeah. I might have to reset it or refresh it, Marcy. Well, I think of the 120 level. That's way down there, man. NQH is just the contract. NQZ was the contract we had before. It's the same. I mean, it's the same. NQH is not like a different indice, just a different contract. I appreciate that, Ghost. I really appreciate that, man. Not sure what we're looking for here, Brian. I mean, I know what I would like to see in the perfect world would be a sweep of this level right here, and then just strong bullish momentum breaker setup. We'd at least take the long up to the. It would be front running this 5 minute, so we'd at least take it up to that 5 minute. Look to see how we behaved as soon as we hit that. Ideally, we would invert that and push at least up to the 15 up here. In a perfect world, we just skyrocket through all of that after we get into a long. But why the different contract? It's getting ready to roll over. The other one's NQZ is getting ready to expire, so volume is shifting over to the newer contract, NQH, ESH, NQH. Those are the two newer contracts, March contracts. I had a link that you could have used, Aaron. I need to be posting that. I just got affiliated with them with TradeZilla. I don't know if it gives a discount or if my thing's active yet. That's the link for TradeZilla right there, if it'll let me post it. You'll definitely like it, though. Let me know if you have any questions. $143. Yeah, I think we're getting ready to just push lower here. Cameron, if you're watching right now, this is what I mean right here. This setting right here, where you have liquidity levels used both. I think if you just had it on session highs, lows instead of swing points, that would go away. If that makes sense. Do you respond to DMs on TikToks? If I ever have any questions while you wasn't live, I don't have any. Yeah, Aaron, I'll have to look through them. To be honest, man, I get a ton on there. I'm not like and it like restricts who can send them to me, I guess. So I have to like sift through there. So if I'm slow to respond, just pop in the live one day and be like, hey, I shot you a DM. Discord also works too, man. If you shoot me a message on Discord too. Yeah, this where it says liquidity levels used, that's the swing points. If it's marking those versus the session highs and lows, that's how you can get that, what you were talking about. There's a good little push right there to the downside on the book map. Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty new account, Fitty. Do I have an Alpha Futures code? I don't yet, no, because I haven't tried to get one with them yet because I'm not funded with them yet. I have never taken a payout with them. I haven't pushed any firms. The only two firms that I talk about and recommend to people really right now are Apex and TPT, and that's because that's who I'm taking consistent payouts with. I have never taken a payout with Alpha, so I don't know how all their process works. If people have any questions or anything like that, I'd feel kind of weird recommending a firm that I myself hasn't fully used. But I think they're a great firm from what I hear and what I see. I just personally haven't experienced them enough to be like, hey, you know, I think ES wants PM lows, yeah. Do you usually change contracts? It depends on the volume, Jack. Depends on the volume. This morning when I got on, the volume looked equally as good, if not better, on the newer contracts. That's the whole reason I changed. So just depends. How'd you blow them, man? Blew past 4 TPT accounts and then blew them 3 days before I was up 9 bands. How did you blow them? That's some wild sizing. Oh, revenge trading. 2 trades a day, man. It protects against that. I'm telling you. It sounds boring. It sounds like it's limiting, but it's actually, in the long run, it's very beneficial. 2 trades a day, at most. Ideally, one trade. That's got to be so frustrating, though, man. 9,000 away, or 9,000 total, just blown. It's the indicator for the times. It's called the ICT Kill Zone and Pivots indicator. That's interesting. I haven't heard about that, Jay. Jay says Alpha has an interesting live payout structure where they pay you a monthly salary plus normal payouts. That's pretty interesting. Brian said I'd have to take a break after that. Water off a duck's back, man. Gotta let it not affect you. But you can learn from it, but just don't let it screw your psychology up. Got to study for 2 finals tomorrow, but I'm procrastinating. You'll be glad that you didn't procrastinate if you jump on it, man. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Tell yourself that. Do it now. Do it now. Have I gotten many payouts? Yeah. Gotten a pretty nice amount. Do I see reversal coming soon? There's no sign of bullish price action at this point. Bullish momentum is not there at all. Not even a little bit. There you go, 50. What platform do I use? In terms of prop firms, right now I'm funded on Apex and Take Profit Trader. Looking to pass an eval with basically all the firms, major firms right now, though. Is that who said it? Brian Tracy? I know it's one of those guys, but that stuck with me. Do it now. Do it now. If you can, if it's something that you can do it now. I went through this whole semester procrastinating, and I regretted it so much at the end of the semester. Yeah, that's tough, dude. I know that crappy feeling of having something sneak up on you that you should have been working on. It's a terrible feeling. Procrastinating is the devil's work. That's true. TradingView is the George is what I use to chart. So tradingview.com. Look at this flush here. Bookmap just flushed hard. There you go. Good job, man. How do you see how much drawdown you have on Apex? Are you using Tradeovate, Tristan? Are you on Rhythmic or Tradeovate? You're on Tradeovate. So when you have the at the bottom of the screen where it says accounts, you'll see whatever accounts you have. The top right corner of that window will say View Settings. Hit Select Columns, and then put Distance to Drawdown Net Lick. Slide that over to Visible. And that'll show you exactly how much drawdown you have available until the account is blown. Gonna lock myself out of this account and watch price for the rest of the day. There you go. Smart. Hey bro, do you use Top Step or what trading prop firm do you use? I use Apex Funded Trader and I use Take Profit Trader. Those two right now. Apex because I like being able to have 20 accounts. It's a lot of leverage. And Take Profit Trader because they have really nice daily profits, daily withdrawals. Tell me if that worked, Tristan. I'm going to trade if the setup presents. Yeah, I'm going to take a trade if the setup presents. They have a trailing intraday drawdown, Hubert. Trailing intraday drawdown. You want to see the book map? You want to see NQ or ES, K1? NQ? Got you. It's definitely not clear what it wants to do. ES is a lot easier to read on that. NQ, when there's a high volume like this, in this area, it kind of gets blurry. You can mess around with the zoom on it to kind of get it where you want it. This is ES. I could see us flushing a little lower at least. Could flush a lot, but at least down to this level down here. Yeah, see. Look at that. Yeah, there is. There is, Aaron. There is. There is a way to journal while you're back testing. This is just dumping, man. Done for the day. There you go. Okay, so if you're in, Tristan, if you're in Tradeovate, do you have the thing at the bottom of the chart where it has all your accounts? I can show you real quick. Tell me if you can see that over on the see if you can see that on the tube. So you see this thing right here? You don't see that? All right, so in the top right corner of the plus symbol, you can hit add account, or add modules, excuse me, add modules. And then you'll see where it says accounts. There's like 2 columns. In the right column, almost all the way at the bottom, the second to the bottom, your TradeAbate looks nothing like mine. Oh no. Weird. Send me a screenshot of it. Nice tree. Appreciate that, Steven. Just hit TP. Boom. Passed my first 100K on Apex with your code. New to Apex. What now? You're going to have to activate the account. You're going to have to activate the account. You got to wait until the end of the trading day. Usually registers around 5:45 Eastern time. You'll get a notification email. It'll cancel automatically once you subscribe, or once you sign up for the activation fee or whatever. I think it's like $40. It'll cancel your subscription to your eval. It'll then give you a funded account, same login and everything. What's up, Dan? Doing great, man. Have I taken any trades? No. Really appreciate the channel, brother. Thank you. I'm done for the day. Be blessed. Hey, Nando, appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. All right. Yep. Tristan, so close out of the, get rid of the DOM on the left. Where it says accounts next to the DOM on the left, drag that to where all the prices and stuff are at the bottom. You can reposition that. You need to close, basically the only thing you need on the chart is the chart itself and then accounts at the bottom. So you can close the DOM, you can close whatever those 2 things are on the bottom right. Really, you can close all that BS on the, you can get rid of the indicators on the chart, you can get all that stuff. I have a bear chart and then my account's stacked at the bottom. That's all you need. And once you do that, let me know. Send me a picture of it. Make sure you did it correctly. But you should be able to just have accounts, which you already have open. You have accounts at the top left, like next to the DOM, but you need that at the bottom. And then I'll walk you through what to do there. Doing great, Dan. Doing great, man. Can't complain at all. Cannot complain. We got more orders stacked up down here, 68, 65, just below us here. Can you use your first payout to pay for the activation fee? You have to activate the account before you can get a payout. So no. All right, so now that if you have accounts at the bottom, everything's cleaned up. In the top right corner of that window where it says accounts, in the very top right corner of that window, you'll see a thing that says view settings. It's like the little gear icon. Click that and then hit select columns. And then you can drag, what I keep in mind is dollar total P&L, dollar open P&L, cash amount, and distance to net liquidity. Distance, it'll say DIST, drawdown net lick. Hey, Christian, I asked a question in Discord on Trading Chat. Could you look at that real quick? Yep. It's not a bad trade at all. Break of structure, retest of that gap. You're using that as an OB right there, it looks like. Yeah, it's definitely not a bad trade at all, man. It's not a bad trade at all. You also had a higher, I'm guessing you had that 30-minute marked out above us that we tapped into. Is that what you had marked out there, Ace? So yeah, I think that's a good trade. You had clear draw and liquidity in the opposite direction. Definitely think that's a good trade, man. Yeah, Tristan, the dashboard for Apex is not as comprehensive or robust as the other firms. That is definitely one area where they're really lacking, and hopefully this coming year they do something to fix that. Why is your tree so skinny? He's on a diet, man. Little do you know, he used to be a lot bigger, and he's been working hard to lose all that weight. I'm getting a strong push up here. 3 minutes till we invert this 5. Is it showing it to you now, Tristan? Just went from 400 away from passing my eval to 1,000. That's why I say don't focus on that, man. It messes with your psychology. Don't focus on P&Ls. Don't focus on, oh, I have $80 left to pass an eval or $100 or whatever. Focus on executing your setups and your plan. Trade your plan, not your profits. Tired of trading on Robinhood? Dang, dude. You're trading your Percy Jackson over there? The money is a byproduct of a well-executed plan and sticking to your rules. Stay patient, diminish. Wait for an inverse at least. Husband just blew up our account. I don't know if I could trade the same account as another person like that. That'd be wild. We argue a lot. I can imagine. That would not work for me. Yeah. 1 minute BPR there too. You gotta wait for the candle to close, Jay, on the NQ. What is this music? About to put me to sleep. What does PJ say? Done with classes? Yeah, I am. Done until January 7th. Do you think we're about to have a reversal? Potentially. Could also just be getting a retest of this 15 up here and then a continuation short. We're in a 5 minute right now. tapped into that 30-minute, rejected hard out of it. We're also in a daily that we're rejecting out of hard right down here. You know, it would be tempting if this 5-minute inverts. It would be tempting to long, at least to the swing high in that area, or the candle wick high of the 15 up to the VWAP. 4-minute inverted, 5-minute has not. No inverse, no trade. That's right. Coffee's cold, man. I might have to heat this up. Don't like all the orders below, yeah. Give me both. This looks like it was just a continuation short, potentially. 5-minute inverted on NQ here, but, I mean ES, but not a fan. As of right now, I'm not a fan. This is why. I'll show you. Looking at the book map and looking at the orders down at 68.70, 68.65, and then lower than that down at 68.58-ish. Very helpful. And this could play out. It doesn't, just because those orders are down there doesn't mean that price automatically is going to go to those levels, but it's a higher likelihood of the trade failing. Can I explain the VWAP? So average price. I don't know why that's pulling that up. Gotta take shorts now. Bryson, what up? What's the question? Yeah, the clear direction is lower. I'm keeping my powder dry. Even if we invert this 5 here in the next minute on NQ, still keeping my powder dry. I'm gonna look to see how we behave at this 15. Unrelated trading, but is it 6 million? It's definitely closer to 271, if not lower than that, without a doubt. Now we're pushing lower back down here. How to get good execution psychology? You mean just like in terms of when you're selecting your entries? Is that what you mean? How old are you? How long you been trading? I'm 32. I've been trading for 4 years. Yeah, I mean, I find trades and I can't decide, and then they win, and then I take a bad setup after. You got half of the equation going perfectly for you, man. There's nothing wrong with sitting there spotting price, spotting what you think is a great setup, and watching it go without you. The problem is don't FOMO in after that. Just the next time. Here's the way that I think you can really get over that problem that you're having in terms of the hesitation. Size down tremendously. Do like 2 micros, 1 micro. Build that confidence up that you are seeing price correctly, that you can trust yourself. You're on an eval though, still. I mean, you're focused on the wrong things, in my opinion. That just because you're on an eval, hell, switch to paper. Can't afford to buy new months. you got to try to find a way to remove the money from the equation, man. In terms of the thought process, I understand you can't afford, to buy new evals and all that, but you gotta when you're focused on the money, it's going to create hesitation. So sizing down is a way to remove the money from the execution. The money will come. The more you start to trust your setups, the more you trust your instincts, you can start sizing up. But until then, my best recommendation is size down. That's scaling down. That's my average trade. Yeah, see, most people aren't trading minis. They're not even trading 5, 10 micros. They're trading 2, 3 micros. Did I already take a trade? No. This setup is starting to look better and better, but I'm still not confident in it. I am not confident. Need 14K to pass the funded. I'm currently up $500. What firm are you trading with? Holy cow. 500K eval? You got to be joking. No way that's serious. What firm is that, dude? It does not sound legit. You're in the UK. What firm is it? What's the name of the firm? Yeah, I'd listen to Jay there. I'd wait for more confirmation. Like I said earlier, we could touch into this 15 and reject right out of it, even though this setup right here on the lower time frame is starting to pan out. FTMO is 4x, yeah. I'd still be really patient here. There's too many clear setups to take, guys. There's too many clear setups to take on a regular basis to sit here and take one that you're not totally confident in, especially when we've been dumping as hard as we have, and to sit here and take a long right now. Yeah, the setup might be there, but are you 100%, like, are you very confident? Are you in your gut? Do you feel like, man, if this trade doesn't play out, then I have no problem taking it because we had clear confirmation that this was this is why I took this trade. If you have such strong conviction about it and you take the trade and it doesn't play out, that's fine. But I don't have strong conviction in a long right now. So if I took this trade and it got stopped out, I'd say, see, that's why I shouldn't have taken the trade. Can I show this is just added confirmation, man. This is PJ's indicator. It's a paid indicator, 100 a month. FTMO, that's 4x, isn't it, Nicholas? Short. Wait for this VWAP. There's plenty of buy pressure here, but we'll see how it behaves. How long did you watch PJ? I was in his Discord from about January until recently. I stayed in it until recently because I think it's a great Discord, great community, really good people in there. What was your entry, Hugo? You joined PJ's? Glow Moody? Yeah, I think you'll like it a lot. I think you'll like it a lot. He doesn't usually trade on Mondays, but I don't know what his stream schedule looks like these days, but I think most of the time he doesn't trade No News Mondays. And then he was probably live for the rest of the week. You'll get a lot out of that, though. You'll definitely get a lot out of that. His NQ book map's still confused. It's lit up, and it's more so pushing to the buy side now, but it's still not. It's not clear in one direction. There's definitely some bullish pressure, though. It's kind of paused in this 15. Are you taking this short, Bez? I think it could push a little higher before going short, but I could be wrong. I would think the VWAP would want to get tested, and then they would go short after that if it is going to go short. This 15 right here, though, is what was holding me up from wanting to get involved. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Why is the Christmas tree so sad? Jose, why is it sad, man? It's a Walmart, like, $15 tree. I just wanted something, you know? Getting some pressure here. We got somebody in the YouTube who's short. We got somebody who's long. Did you say you're short or long, Hugo? We got two people who are long. It needs at least one ornament. I don't know the beat the market maker strategy. I'm not familiar with that. TP got to get assaulted. There you go. If I make 2K on, are you on a 50K account? Change. How you doing on TradingView? Click the top, at the top left of your chart where it says the name of the indice that you're on, click it, and then search ESH 2026 or NQH 2026. 100K. I haven't traded 100K Apex. I've only done the 50K. So the drawdown is 3K on there, I think. So you need 3,100, and then above that you need another 2K to be able to take a max payout. Or I don't know what their max. Is their max payout 2,500? So above that you need another 2,500. If that's right, I think something like that. Yo, Christian, appreciate you putting me on to the IFEG indicator. It's honestly helped me a lot. Not take bad trades. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank PJ for putting that out there. My TP is always the first limit order on Bookmap. I think that's a smart idea. I like that you're utilizing Bookmap so much, Hugo. I think it's super, super beneficial, man. What's the new ES contract? ESH 2026. So you have to you have to, in order to take a payout, you have to meet your drawdown plus 100. So it'd be 3,100 if your drawdown's 3,000. And then you need the max allotted money above that. So if your max allotted payout on an Apex 100K is 2,500, which I think it is for the first 6 payouts, then you need 2,500 above your 3,100 profits. So you'd need 50, what is that, 5,600 or whatever. So total account balance would need to be 105,600, I believe. That's just math in my head, which isn't always a good idea, but I think that's right. I see you, Bez. I see you, Bez. I hate that this is happening. I'm glad it's happening for you, but it seems like a lot of people were long here, so this might not be a good move for them. Yeah, this is the 15. Haven't traded yet, Michael, no. 68.73 is a key level here that price is stacked up at, where price is stacked up. So there's also 68.70 just below that. The name of the fair value gap indicator, it's this one right here. Screenshot it super quick so I can turn it off. 1, 2, 3. We're on a different contract, man. We're on the rollover. So this is ESH. ESH. It's the next contract. It's the March contract we rolled over this morning. I did, at least. You don't have to, but I did. There was more volume in here. It's up to you, man. There's still volume in the other contract, in the older one, the ESZ, but there's equal or greater volume that I saw this morning in ESH. So I went ahead and rolled over. Figured it was okay to do that. At some point, you're going to have to, because the ESZ is going to expire. No, it isn't double change. That's the thing. You only get 500 more of drawdown in the 100K. You would think, like, hey, if your drawdown is 2,500 in a 50K, it should be 5,000 in a 100K. It's not. It's only 500 more. So it's not. It isn't a clean 2x of everything. I don't know about Lucid. I saw that PJ's pushing Lucid. He's been talking about it. I don't think that he would put his name on something like that if there was something fishy about it. I just don't know in terms of what their rules are and everything. I don't know any benefits over one of the already established firms. Other than if you're just max allocated on all the established firms already and you're just needing more allocation, then yeah, I could see jumping over to Lucid. But I'm just not 100% sure. I haven't looked into them literally at all. I haven't even opened up their website. But I did see that PJ was working with them now, so I'm not sure. I haven't checked them out though. Yeah, that's true change. Yeah, it is 6K for a 100K account, 6K profit target. But you got to remember for your funded account, you got to get whatever the total drawdown is that you have. You got to get that in profits plus $100. You can also go to their page, man. Highly recommend just going to their facts page. Apex Trader facts page. I'll send you the link right here. So this is the way that I always do with any firm that I'm trading, man. Go to this page. If it'll let me send this. And you can look at the exact parameters where it says payout or performance account. You can hit performance account trading rules, PA payout parameters. PA payout parameters is what you want for this, obviously. So for the 100K account, you need a minimum required balance of $103,100, which is what I said. And then on top of that, to get a max payout, which would be $2,500, you need $2,500 over the 103,100. So always go to whenever you're trading with a firm, always go to the facts page. And make sure that you're looking at all the rules, everything. No, Evan. The short happened literally right at market open. I don't trade at the bell like that. Could have probably tapped back into this, taking that at 9:38, but didn't. Just, it's a no news Monday. Just letting price do its thing. If a clear setup presents itself, we'll take it. It's definitely not 2, Taylor. It's definitely not 2. It doesn't say 2 either. If you're on the PA payout parameters, you go down to 100% payout eligibility guidelines. So the 6 payout is when you're unlimited. There are orders stacked up lower on the book map. That's what these lines are right here, Jay, that I have on the chart. These are the levels. Right now, there's a bunch of orders stacked up just above us here in the 85 range. So from 85 up to 87, which would be right here at the edge of this 15-minute gap. $225 is scared of me. Taylor, I can send you the link right here. ChatGPT doesn't get it right always for the rules. There's the link to the exact page that I'm talking about, payout parameters. Scroll down to where it says 100% payout eligibility guidelines, and it'll tell you right there. Need to go now. I'm also part of PJ's community. Nice stream, bro. Congrats to see you tomorrow. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being here. Country gets you fired up for the charts. I haven't listened to a lot of country. Dude, I grew up listening to country, but I have not listened to a lot of it recently. Kind of got a little poppy for me. Alan Jackson's definitely not poppy, though. Alan Jackson's the way to go. Have not taken a trade. How you doing, bro? What platform you trading on? This chart. This is a chart that is TradingView. I execute and trade on trading or Tradeovate. You'll see it on here though. I mean, it'll mirror over. But the firms that I'm trading with right now are Apex and Take Profit Trader, and I have evals with basically all the other firms now too. But I'm fully funded with Apex and Take Profit Trader. I will take a trade if a setup presents itself that I'm interested in taking. I do execute on Tradeovate, yeah. It's way quicker than executing on Tradeovate. Tristan, I do have my Tradeovate account signed into over here. That's why you can see the trade on TradingView. But in terms of actual execution, I execute on Tradeovate. The buy market, sell market button at the top, I execute on Tradeovate. It's instant. There's no slippage. When you execute on TradingView, there's slippage sometimes that can really screw with you. So that's why I have both windows open at all times. What account type do you have on Apex? I have 50Ks. The Tradeovate accounts, not the Rhythmic, the Tradeovate. This is ES. We bounce back and forth between ES and NQ. So we use those two indices. Those are the two indices that I trade. Apex and Tradeovate, or Take Profit Trader right now are my fundeds. Yeah, I use Copy Trader. I use Trade Syncer. The contract that I'm on is ESH and NQH. Some people prefer ES because it moves slower and smoother than NQ does, even though they are following each other. ES tends to move slower and not be as drastic in its wiki movements the way that NQ is. What am I looking for in terms of a setup right now? I wanted to see price come up, hit this VWAP, and then target these shorts, but I'm not sure. We inverted this 5. You know, I had some setups here on the smaller time frames, on the lower time frames. I think we're dumping lower here, but I wanted to see this come up to the VWAP before doing what it's doing right now. But this is kind of what I expected, a retest of the 15 and then a move lower. Which, ESH6, yeah. Yeah, the other one's the 2027. ESH6 is the 2026 contract. Dude, why is my trade Zella so messed up? It's not showing any candles from 1610 to 1800. Not sure about that. Maybe had to log out and log back in, Aaron. Shouldn't be doing that. Or maybe you have a setting on that's only showing certain, is showing the actual market hours, maybe. Showing actual market hours. It could be some setting you have on. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, links in the bio. You got to open it in browser. If you try to open it in TikTok, it'll probably give you an error message. If opening it in browser doesn't work, copy the link and paste it into the browser. Can't find the contract. Can you help me? Can't find it on TradingView? Yeah, man, no problem. Do you recommend executing on Tradeovate then? I do recommend executing on Tradeovate. Usually the data comes with the firm. I don't pay for extra data on Tradeovate. So I have live data, and I'm assuming it comes from one of my firms that I'm with. But I don't pay any extra for data on Tradeovate. I don't pay Tradeovate anything. George, do you have YouTube? You can hop over to my live YouTube. I can show you my full screen here because I don't think you can see it on TikTok. TikTok won't. Well, here, let me drag it over real quick. Never mind. Hang on one second. See if I can drag this over. So you search ESH right there, and then you hit this down arrow. There's the contract right there. Same for NQ. Right there. Sweet. To be honest, I'm not happy I took that long, even though I made profits. My breaker was kind of sloppy. Yeah, it's okay, Hugo. I knew this 15-minute was going to be something interesting to pay attention to. That's why I wasn't interested in taking a long from that level down there. I mean, that could have been the TP if you had taken it on the 1 minute down here, like I don't know, this right here. The 15 could have been your target for a short little win there, but we'll see. This still could play out, man. It's bouncing right out of that 5 minute right there. Touched back into it, delivered higher. You got a break of structure right here. I mean, there's potential for this still to play out. All right, Ty, take it easy. Does the market look like you're going to place a trade? Potentially. We'll see. You lost faith in your short? Hey, you took 25 points, man. That's a good short. What is the contract on TradeAway? It's NQH6 or ESH6. Dude, 250 is good. That's a good day, man. Perspective. Talking about this above us, Matthew. Talking about a short out of that. What indices are you trading? NQ and ES. No, Leroy, it's not paid. It's a free indicator. It's this one. Oh. Watch this play out and I'd be mad. No reason to be mad, man. Yo, yo. What platform do you execute your trades on? TradeAway. Dapper fit. Appreciate it, Kyle. Have not taken anything yet. Just blew 4 fundeds. Sheesh. Hey, man, what do you have marked out there? I don't really have anything other than this is the naked chart right here in terms of these are hand drawn. So these are just key levels, session highs and lows, and then midnight open. Appreciate it, George. Appreciate you being here, man. many trades have I taken this month? Let's see. It's a good question. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. 12 trades this month. This is true. Very true, Jay. It should become boring because you're just executing like a robot. Not yet this morning. Haven't taken a trade this morning. We're just sitting right here on this 15, man. We're just edging this 15 and bouncing off of it. Kind of stuck between a range here. Stuck in a range. Do I trade overnight sessions? No, absolutely not. I'll trade the PM session, but that's it. I might not even take a trade today, guys. It's a no news Monday. We're in December. I'm not thrilled about what I'm seeing. This was the move, obviously, in the AM session. Yeah, Kyle, we did a verse of the day. I can do another one, though. Definitely can do another one. This is Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son and shall call his name Emmanuel. We read that last week, but that's the verse of the day on this other website. Matthew 5:44. Can do that. Matthew 5:44. This is Matthew 5:45. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Amen. It's from the Sermon on the Mount, right? Appreciate it, Spiritual Lounge. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, news tomorrow is going to be pretty wild. What was the one from this morning? Well, this is one Tristan posted, John 1:14. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. Yeah, short was definitely the move for the AM. Obviously, I'm not feeling like I missed out on anything because this isn't within I don't trade right at the bell. And really, you would have needed to taken that trade right at the bell or been in it pre-market to be able to fully capitalize on it. So, perfectly fine with where we are currently. What broker do you recommend for scalping in Europe? I have no idea, man. I'm not sure what brokers are allowed there. You'd have to check. If you're trading futures, any of the firms that I use, I like. Take Profit Trader is a great firm. Apex is a great firm. A lot of people talk crap about it, but it's great. Tradeify, My Funded Futures, Alpha Futures. Those are all firms that are good. I was looking at your P&L for the month. That was motivating. Yeah, that's the only reason I post that stuff, man, is to try to be motivating. It's not about bragging. Appreciate it, Dave. We're pushing hard right here to the upside. About 106 orders getting ready to get absorbed here on ES. Nice spike. Crispy green beans are really good, bro. There you go. Look, he looked like Alex G. He posts some good content, man. I like his stuff. Am I in? No, Salad. I'm not. Make sure you're on the right contract, Anabolic. Make sure that your contracts match. When you say 160 orders to the upside, I don't see where you see that in your settings. Go to configure add-ons and then add liquidity tracker free, liquidity marker. Those two. We'll put it on the chart. It's kind of like an area of control, Bryson. It's like a midpoint, kind of. It's the way to look at it, to an extent. It's the average price, volume weighted average price. So it's kind of how VWAP behaves. Price likes to bounce off of it, return to it, and bounce off of it. It's typically how it behaves. Am I in a trade? No. What's my entry model? Unicorn. Typical entry for me. It can act as support or resistance. Thinking about it. Thinking about shorts. Want to see how we behave in this area. We got 10 minutes until this price, or until this 15-minute candle closes. Little potatoes, Fitty. Little potatoes. Strong push here. I think the draw on ES is lower. I'm not sure. What ES chart do you use on Tradeovate? ESH6. What prop firm do you use? Apex and Take Profit Trader are my funded accounts right now, and I have evals with My funded futures, alpha futures, Tradeify. Yeah. I like Take Profit Trader, man. The daily payouts are pretty unbeatable. And it's capped at $10,000 per account, which is pretty hard to hit if you're following the rules and trading professionally. I don't know, Hugo. It's frustrating. I think there's a different data feed that you can buy that looks better than that. I'm gonna have to look into it because I watch Rips. I don't know if you watch him, but his data feed on NQ looks way different than the way ours does. So I think it's the data feed. So I'm gonna look into that, potentially getting a different data feed. That's smart, man. Still working on your skills before you get into prop firms. Yeah, stay on paper until you feel comfortable. You DM me on IG. I'll check it here in a minute. I'm going to give this about 8 more minutes to tell me what it wants to do, and then I'm going to call it a day, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here on a No News Monday trying to find something that just isn't there for me personally. Yeah, Vaughn, TPT is good, man. You just got to slow and steady with them, and don't. When you get to the funded account, you have a trailing drawdown up to your buffer, which if you're on a 50K, that's at $2,000. So keep that in mind. Appreciate that, Everett. Yeah, try not to, man. That'll definitely get you clapped really quick if you trade with ego. Less and less impulse trades every day. Dude, it's so key to this, to the longevity in the trading markets. Impulse control is everything. Why doesn't the TradingView Tradeovate chart mesh? Are you on the right contract, Anabolic? Did you make sure you're on? If you're on the right contract, then you make sure you're on the right time frame that matches up with what you're looking at. Mine matches just right. Mine is synced up. Good analysis over there, Marco. I don't know what Canadian laws are like or what their regulations are about prop firms, but again, the prop firms that I like for futures trading, Apex, Take Profit Trader, those are the two that I'm funded with right now. Some other good firms are Tradeify, My Funded Futures, Alpha Futures. Those are also good firms. Got stopped out by 2 ticks, price random. You front running this 15? You had to be if you were taking a trade in here. It has nothing to do with affiliate. It has to do with the fact that they make you trade on their platform. And their platform is constantly going down and having issues. I don't like being stuck on one platform like that. If I traded with Top Step, you wouldn't be able to see my executions here on this chart. This chart is what I like to show. So I don't really care about the affiliate stuff, man. I don't make enough on that to really put a whole lot of weight into giving a crap about where I can get affiliate or where I can't. I mean, in the long run, I'd like to obviously be affiliated with everybody, but It's not. It wouldn't be why I push or don't push a firm. I'm not affiliated with TPT right now, and I push them. I push Apex because the leverage with that is unreal. Being able to leverage 20 different funded accounts at a time. If you're a responsible trader, you trade with consistent patterns and setups, and your risk management is professional, then you'll have no issues trading with Apex, and you can constantly be getting payouts from them. I use TradeSyncer for all my accounts. TradeSyncer. Would you recommend me start with a funded account? Yeah, I definitely would recommend you using a prop firm versus personal capital, man. If you haven't been milking a prop firm for at least 9 to 12 months, you should not be trading personal capital. You're just going to get smoked. You might be sitting there taking daily wins right now, but at some point you're going to get smoked. Statistically speaking. I think I'm going to call it for the day. I slept through market open and saw my perfect setup. Man, you gotta be waking up earlier than that, bro. What time zone are you in, MM? You on the East Coast? Forgot the alarm. Mountain time. Okay. Well, have a good day, man. That's smart. That's responsible. We'll see you in the morning. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow when I get up at 6 a.m. It'll be 5 a.m. your time, so I expect you to get up. $200 a day across 20 accounts quickly adds up. Exactly, Jay. What alpha accounts though? What do you mean, Tristan? The 50K? Oh. The one that I have right now is the advanced, I believe. I think I got the advanced. Yeah, advanced plan. Hey, it happens, Ace. It's all good. The good thing about that is you'll get more opportunities, man. There's always going to be another setup. Do I journal? I do. What do you think about how price takes out pre-market high and low and reverses at open? Yeah, I mean, that pre-market high or low is typically a London high or low. And that's typically taking out Asia high or low at that point. So, yeah, I mean, at that point, looking for a reversal is definitely ideal. Whoa. Bunch of volume just increased on the book map. Big spike. Bunch of activity going on right now. Is there news that I'm not aware of taking place right now, like unplanned news? That was weird. There was just a huge influx of volume there and then pulled back. Inverted that 15 right there. Bro, you excited for the Passion of the Christ? That is going to be good. Is Mel doing that? Is Mel Gibson doing that one? What's up, Nick? How's it going, man? Mel's back in it? Nice. Yeah, he usually puts together a good movie, man. I like him. We're going to tap back into this 15, see how we respect it. I think extended. Let me see. I can check real quick, Adam. Hang on. Tapping back into this 15, and then we might reject out of it. We'll see what happens. Extended. Have extended on. I'm a big fan of Nancy. Okay. I'm not sure who Nancy is. Favorite energy drink? I don't drink them. Espresso. Natural stuff. Espresso, a dash of honey, some frothed up milk. That's all I need. Different fit today. Yeah, just threw on some rags I had laying around. Yeah, I'm fine with caffeine. I just don't like energy drinks, all the other stuff. Methyl blue peptide. No, I haven't, but I've looked into it. I've looked into a lot of different peptides, man. I haven't dabbled in any of them yet, to be honest. I don't know if TradeSyncer allows you to use Topset X. Not sure as the primary. No gray vest, no trade. Hey, man, I'll take the RL Polo or the RL quarter zip. I think we'll have some success in this thing. We'll see. Topset does not allow you to copy trade other than on their platform. So somebody in the chat says. Good focusing, natural energy. I've heard good things about it. You can, but they will ban you if they catch you. I don't know the process, but yeah. It's probably good to know. Are you going to take a trade? Well, you see why we're not in this, right? Even though we inverted this 15, look how we're dumping back through it right now. So if we were going to take a continuation long here, this 15 would have been an ideal spot to do it. But the fact that we're dumping out of it, this is why I'm not in this trade, is because I don't trust price at the moment. You don't have to use NinjaTrader, Jose. You can use Tradeovate. That's what I use with TPT. I don't like NinjaTrader either, man. It's too complicated, or at least it felt too complicated when I first tried to use it. My body just doesn't react to only energy drinks. Maybe you need a detox for a little while, Ace. Let your body come back to baseline. Can't ever put a stop loss on Tradeovate. All you gotta do is click the chart and hit. If you're like long, you put a sell order in, or if you're short, you put a buy order in, a limit order. You literally just click the chart exactly where you want it to be. Or you can just tie your Tradeovate, like you can have Tradeovate and then sign into your Tradeovate account here on TradingView and execute on TradingView if you're on an iPad or something. Up 410 seconds. Your size pretty heavy there, bro. First TP hit, then break even. Out for the day. Good luck. Appreciate you, man. That's tough. That's better than red, though. No, you can't. You cannot copy trade. But if you have your trade, trade syncer set up properly, then you can execute on TradingView, and it automatically copies over to the other ones. Yeah, hard rejection out of this 15. Remember what I said earlier? I wanted to see price come up. VWAP was up here earlier. I said I wanted to see price come up, tap into this other one, and then go. I could have taken that short. I'm just not, I don't have a whole lot of faith in price action right now. Spiritual, I use Trade Syncer. It's a website, Trade Syncer. Had pretty good results with it. Your streams are a lot more in sync now. There you go. Good stuff. Yeah, you can. You can trade all 20 Apex accounts. Depending on the package that you pay for, you can trade unlimited amount of have an unlimited amount of connections. I think you're limited still to 20 accounts per connection, but Apex is the only one that you're going to do that with. So a connection is a firm, so you can connect unlimited firms. Each firm is limited to 20 accounts. Appreciate that, Pete. Holy dump, yeah. Up 2K on my 50K challenge. It has no consistency rules. Should I try and pass it today? No, you should not focus on that at all. You should focus on taking quality setups and executing a plan. Remove the money from your mind, remove the P&L from your mind, remove the target profit from your mind. You should ideally be in a scenario where the end of the day comes and you followed all your rules and everything, and you look down and you say, oh, I passed the account. The extent that the focus should be on money should only be pre-market to know exactly how much you need to make to not violate a 30% consistency rule or a 30% MAE rule, which is a drawdown rule for a funded account, or a consistency rule for a eval. Make sure you don't, like TPT 50K, you don't want to make more than 1,500 in a day. That's the extent of the focus. That's the only thing that you should be focused on in terms of money. After that, pre-market analysis, forget about it. Just focus on executing a plan. And ideally, you look down at the end of the day and you discover, hey, I passed the account, or hey, I hit my target profit. Or you go to execute a trade and it rejects because you're already there and you've hit your target profit for the day. You're still focused on the money, though. I'm talking about executing a plan, a trading plan, why you would take a trade to make that money. You know what I mean? I wouldn't change your risk. You know, I would not change your risk profile. How easy is day trading from your phone? I would not recommend it. Would not recommend it. I've gotten cooked trying to do that. My new rule is that I do not trade away from this setup. There's no trade I need to take badly enough to take away from my setup. Trying to get to the point where I care less about the money and take more pride in trading my setups. That's a turning point. To me, it's a turning point, Trey. When you get to that and you can achieve that, that's when you're really going to start to see amazing results. Touched back into this 5 here and rejected out of it. Now we got this 5 above us. It's going to be interesting to see if we reject out of that and go lower. These fundeds won't buy themselves. Whatever works, man. It didn't work for me. What works for me doesn't mean, what doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. I just can share my experience. Do you recommend keeping indicators minimal and simple? Yes, absolutely. Keep your chart as clean as you can, man. Don't make it look like a Christmas tree. Keep it clean, keep it simple, easy to read. You know what you're looking at. You don't want it, 1,000 different colors with 1,000 different lines and things. That's not ideal. Oh, 500 for the day. There you go. Boom. I see an AMD forming, and at the moment it seems like we're going to distribute lower. We'll see. We'll see. We got this 5 minute that we're bouncing off of below us. We got a 15 above us. Be interesting. We are pushing lower. Hey, brother, new to trading, 3 months in. Good stream. You are more professional and clear than most. Got to treat it like a business. Exactly, Lucas. Appreciate you being here, man. Got to treat it like a business. That's exactly right. A lot of people treat it like a video game. And there's some benefits to that. There are some benefits, there's no question about it. But when it comes to the mentality you got to have about this, I like to say, if you take a trade, think about the fact, if you put into your mind that at the end of the day, you're going to have to go to your boss and justify the trade that you took. And if you don't properly justify it, you're going to get fired. You're going to start looking at trading a little differently. Accountability is basically the point of that. There needs to be accountability rather than just recklessly throwing trades out there. Appreciate that, Cooper. Koopa. Been in here for like an hour. User follow, man. Very professional. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you staying that long. Yeah, man. Every stream now because you make so much more. You make me so much more disciplined. Hey, Diminished, appreciate you being here, dude. I'm glad to hear that. That's the whole purpose of this. It isn't, signal botting is great. And throwing out good signals to people is great. If you want to be in here for that reason, that's fine. But being in here for the discipline and the accountability is the biggest thing. You've been watching your T-Trades videos, Jay. You've been watching your T-Trades. I can tell by the way that you're talking. Or maybe you've been watching the 2022. That sounds like T-Trades the way you're talking, though. I am, Bryson. Yeah, I am. Now that I don't have class until the 7th, I have no excuse. I need to be putting that stuff out. Hopefully this week I can really put a dent in some of those. I'll hold you accountable. Appreciate that, man. My accountability buddy. I'm going to sell from the inversion at 25,438 on NQ. Was looking at the AMD, but the accumulation looks messy. 25,438. The rejection, basically the rejection of that, close to the rejection of that first 5 minute. It's not a bad entry. Or the creation of that first 5 minute, okay. Kind of front ran it a little bit. What do I have after this? Nothing. I have lunch and gym. And then that's about it for the day, man. Two trades in a day, man. That's all I recommend. You ask if you should be done for the day. Have you taken 2 trades? If the answer is yes, then I would definitely recommend being done. Seen a lot of rejection higher off at this level right here. If we go lower at this point, it'd be a change in the pattern. Chipotle? No, I've been meal prepping, man. I'm turning the jets back on. The physique is about to be back in tip top shape here very soon. We're turning the jets back on. Meal prepping, weighing everything. We're getting dialed in. Anything you want to do, yeah, exactly. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Do you journal? I do. I journal every trade that I take. Do you take supplements? I take creatine, starting to take protein again. I take magnesium. I take zinc. I take vitamin C. Yeah, that's what I'm taking right now. I use Optimum Nutrition protein powder. I get the majority of my calories and protein from meat, though. I don't rely too heavily on protein powders. I basically just use it as a thickener for my protein shakes. What's the fair value gap indicator? Right here. Omega-3, yeah, I take that too. Forgot that. Yeah. K2, they say you're supposed to, my mom's always preaching, you got to take the K2 with the D3. I take D3 as well. I haven't been taking it recently. I haven't bought any more of it, but that is when I'm operating at full capacity, D3 is in the mix. D3, Omega. Got to keep the Omega for the joints, man. And Granite Supplements. Interesting. I'll check them out. Dub Christmas tree. Appreciate it. What are my current thoughts? I'd like to see us dig deeper here. Probably could have shorted or should have shorted out of that 15. Would have been an ideal place to short. But we're kind of just staying patient. No news Monday, man. Not getting crazy. Could I send you my meal prep stuff? I can do that. Where do you want me to send it to you? I did legs yesterday. Yeah, legs will do that to you, man. The worst is when you fall off the toilet. You try to go to stand up and legs don't work. I'll send it to you on Discord. I got you. Yeah, me too, Jay. Me too. Almost ripped my sink out. It's not good. I'm back from college for Xmas break. I'm so locked in. Don't allow it to keep you on the charts too long, Leroy. You know what I mean? Just because you have the time. I don't like to change up, even though I am perfectly free now because I'm also out of school at the moment. I like to still stick to the same routine, be robotic. I'm the chosen one, man. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. You got to go through, when you go through Streamlabs and then you do, what's it called? Virtual webcam. That's how I do it. You won't get flagged if you do it that way. Oh, locked about lifting and fighting. I got you. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I use Live TikTok Studio too, but you use Streamlabs to create the virtual webcam. And then when you're in the TikTok Studio, when you select the camera source, you select the Streamlabs virtual desktop webcam, and it'll put it over here, just like you're seeing on the chart. That's how I do it. Exactly, Jay. More chart time does not equal more profits. I'm pushing right back up out of this 5. Quarter Zip Monday. I'm honestly about to get off of here, guys. We're pushing lunchtime right now, so even if we were to get into a trade, it's not an ideal time to be doing that. So I might come back and look at the charts in the PM, but I'm going to hop off for now and go eat some lunch, go work out. You know, we've been sitting here for 3 hours now. So I'm going to call it. You guys stay safe. Don't blow any accounts. Don't take stupid trades. Don't oversize. You know the deal. Got a big week ahead here with a bunch of economic news scheduled. So no need to try to blow your wad here on a no news Monday. So be patient. Stay disciplined. Follow your rules. Follow your rules. Follow your rules. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the engagement. Appreciate the follows and the gifts and everything. God bless you guys. Love you. Appreciate it. Have a good day. We'll see you.